guys, Michaela here, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to yet another speed build in my Building Europe series. Today we're building a block of flats inspired by the traditional buildings in the Czech Republic, so we are going to my home country today. These apartments, or block of flats better probably, used to be built during the communist era. So from the 1950s to 1980s, 90s, something like that. And they looked very differently. But I wanted to make it fit into the game and into the world of Evergreen Harbor. So I decided to turn it into a renovated version. Now today these buildings are being renovated, usually very colorful, not very great looking, to be honest. So I decided to turn it into a modern one that fits eco lifestyle. I did the shape according to a house that is actually in my town, so locally, but I just decided to keep the color scheme more muted and more neutral to give it more of a modern, nice look that would fit Evergreen Harbor. And yeah, the originals are kind of ugly and not really pretty, and especially now that they're being renovated, they look quite weird. Before we get into all the information, I am hosting, or I think now that you're seeing this video, this challenge is over, but I have 6 units in this apartment building or block of flats, and I decided that I want you to help me renovating it, or like filling the building up. So I think that this video should come on Friday, and on Sunday we should have the apartment tours on the channel, if I remember correctly. I'm doing it way ahead of time, this voiceover, so I'm not entirely sure, but I think on Sunday the tours should be there. So let's get into the fun stuff. So the Czech Republic is a small Central European country with no access to the ocean whatsoever. The capital is Prague. The country is a parliamentary republic. It has around 10.7 million inhabitants. It is mostly atheist, and the official language is Czech. Now, we're mostly atheist because of the communist regime. The regime did not really support religion, so there's not many people that are religious in Czech Republic, unfortunately. The country is a member of the EU. We joined, I think, in 2004. We are also a member of NATO, UN, and other organizations. Actually, what is very interesting, that we are ranked as the 8th safest country and the most peaceful country in the world. Yeah, not talking about corruption. Yeah, that's a whole another story. But we are the 8th safest and most peaceful country in the world. The major and highest mountain ranges can be found along the borders, which creates sort of a natural border around the country. And the highest peak is called Sněžka, which has a little over 1,600 meters, and it's in the Krkonoše Mountains. The country is historically separated into 3 parts: Bohemia, Moravia, and Silesia. Silesia used to be part of Poland, or the bigger part of Silesia is in Poland. Moravia used to be part of other units, like countries, but now it's part of the Czech Republic. The climate is mostly temperate, oceanic, with warm summers and cold winters, and rain usually comes during the summer, and flash floods are very common. Now it's very common in Czech Republic to have floods. We have them here quite often. I mean, not here specifically. We had some like very big ones. I think the last really big one that had a very big impact on people was 2013, and the biggest one was 2002. That was a very big one. But I think here where I live, the biggest lately was 2013. But I remember that last year there were some in Moravia as well. So every year there's at least one want to flood somewhere in the country. The land has been inhabited for centuries, starting with the Slavic tribes through some Czech kingdoms during the medieval times to the Austro-Hungarian Empire. The country became independent in 1918, so after the First World War, alongside Slovakia, and we used to be Czechoslovakia until 1993. And in the time of we call it the First Republic, so after between the wars, it's 1918 to 1939, if I remember correctly. We used to be one of the most developed countries in the world, but yeah, then came the Germans and everything went down. So after the Second World War and being occupied by Germany during the war, the communists took over the power in 1948, resulting in 51 years of socialism. The country came back to democracy after the Velvet Revolution in 1989, and the two countries of Slovakia and Czech Republic separated in 1993. Now, what is very interesting is, because we used to be one country with Slovakia, we actually understand each other very well. So obviously, they're both Slavic languages, Czech and Slovakian, but there are some other languages like Polish or other that we don't understand that well, but Czech people and Slovakian people can talk to each other without major issues. So that's, I think, a very unique thing in the world. The economy is based on services, manufacturing and development. The largest employers are Škoda Auto, a big car manufacturer, ČEZ, Agrofert, Unipetrol or Moravia Steel. The Czechs are famous for their car manufacturing and beer producing. We are actually the country that consumes the most liters of beer per person in the world. And surprisingly, around 1/3 of all trams come from the Czech Republic. Tourism is mainly focused on cities and natural landscape. Prague is the 5th most visited city in Europe, and you can visit the beautiful castles of Lednice, which is translated as refrigerator in English. Karlštejn and many more like beautiful city of Český Krumlov, and there's also a lot of cathedrals and basilics. The natural beauties include our natural like national parks of Šumava, Krkonoše and České Švýcarsko. I used to have a phase in my life when I wanted to move away from Czech Republic, but as I get older, I think I appreciate more everything that this country has to offer, and I love it here. I highly recommend taking a trip to the Czech Republic if you ever have the chance, because it's truly a really beautiful country and there is so much to see. Prague is amazing. There are a lot of natural beauty, there are a lot of cities worth visiting, so I really highly recommend going here if you ever get the chance. So let's talk about the build real quick. I did the building, I kept it fairly simple, and I did do 2 common rooms in the building. So there is a gym and there is also a laundry room. I can't speak, as always. Nothing weird. So I did a laundry room here, and I also did a small gym in here as well, because I wanted to give the Sims that would be living here maybe some opportunity to use those rooms. Now, I don't really know how the roommate system, I think that came with Discover University, works, and how many people actually can live on one lot and how many roommates you can have. But I did some research, and I'm not sure if it's true, but apparently you can have as many Sims as you have extra beds. So technically it might work. I don't really know. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I don't know. So if you do, let me know, because I would love to know, because it's very interesting for the future if I ever wanted to build something like that again. And yeah, I kept it very simple. I wanted to have some outside space, and I put some cars in there to make it look a little bit more authentic and real. But yeah, I really had fun. Again, something very different than what I normally build, because normally I build like small builds and something a little bit less, a little more compact. So I think this was a pretty nice change of pace. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, subscribe to the channel and like the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.